Meet Paul. Paul's a title collector. Little badges of honor he can tack onto his name, allowing him to yell, "Mine's bigger than yours," to anyone at the bar. Sounds simple enough, but how does he collect these titles? Let's start with the most obvious. Mr. Paul already has this one. Every boy does. It's a birthright. So all Paul had to do was manage to exist to get Mr. under his belt. Baron. A little tougher. But Paul's in the process of becoming a baron as we speak. In the late 60s, an oil refinery off the eastern coast declares itself a sovereign state named the Principality of Sealand. Sealand currently sells the title Baron, certificate included, for a mere £7. Reverend. Paul is already an ordained minister. Once he registered with the Universal Life Church online as a deist, they had no problem ordaining Paul after a quick 10-minute survey. Colonel. The Kentucky Colonels is an honor society based in, you guessed it, Kentucky. One of the more notable members being Colonel Sanders of KFC. The only way to become a Kentucky Colonel is to be initiated by an existing member. Luckily, Paul's colleague is already in the society and is more than happy to fill out the paperwork. Senior. This title isn't necessarily difficult to achieve, just takes quite a commitment. All Paul has to do is have a son, or a daughter if he's feeling non-traditional, and name him or her Paul Jr. This automatically grants him free access to Senior. Esquire. Now an antiquated title, Esquire became popular in Britain during the 19th century. The title denotes entitlement and honor, so Paul simply has to prove he's done something honorable in his life. Something like, say, collecting titles. Doctor. This is probably the hardest and most complicated title to achieve without going to medical school. Paul has to start a small establishment of education and get it slightly accredited. Once he accomplishes this, he can simply grant himself an honorary PhD, like hundreds of schools do around the world. Now, I bet you're wondering, if Paul succeeds, what will his full name be? Mr. Reverend Dr. Baron Colonel Paul Connectus Esquire Sr., Ph.D. Thanks for listening. Goodbye now.